When you grow older, keep 5 things private at any cost to live a happy life. As we grow older, life gifts us with a clearer perspective, a deeper understanding of ourselves, and the wisdom to discern what truly matters. Yet, along with these blessings comes the realization that not everything in life needs to be shared. For those in their golden years, particularly in a fast paced and often intrusive world, holding on to certain aspects of life privately can be the key to peace, happiness, and fulfillment. Here are 5 things you should keep private at any cost to live a happy, harmonious life. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. 1. Your financial details. Guard your nest egg. In the autumn of life, your financial stability stands as both a testament to your hard work and a foundation for your independence. It's more than just a sum of money. It's the tangible result of years spent saving, sacrificing, and planning. This nest egg carries with it the promise of security, the freedom to live life on your terms, and the ability to provide for yourself and those you love. Yet, as vital as it is to build this stability, it is equally important to protect it, not only from external threats, but from the unintended consequences of sharing too much. Your financial details are deeply personal, a reflection of your life's journey and priorities. They tell a story that no one but you truly understands. The triumphs that allowed you to save, the challenges that demanded resilience, and the thoughtful decisions that guided you here. Sharing these details openly, even with well-meaning friends or family, can invite complications that disrupt the peace and control you've worked so hard to achieve. In a world where financial information can so easily be misunderstood, oversharing often opens the door to judgment or advice that you didn't ask for and don't need. Some may make assumptions about your choices, while others might feel entitled to a say in how you manage what you've earned. Even the closest relationships can become strained under the weight of financial misunderstandings. By keeping your financial details private, you maintain clarity and autonomy over your decisions, shielding yourself from unnecessary complications. More critically, there are risks beyond the realm of emotions. Scammers and opportunists often target seniors, exploiting trust to gain access to resources. While these threats are well known, they're a reminder that privacy is one of the strongest tools you have to safeguard what you've built. Protecting your financial details isn't just about avoiding harm, it's about honoring the life you've created and ensuring that your hard work continues to serve you and those you care for. But guarding your financial details goes deeper than simply avoiding external risks. It's also about protecting your inner peace. Money, when discussed openly, can evoke comparisons, regrets, or even guilt, especially when others' situations differ from your own. These feelings serve no purpose now. You've earned the right to live without questioning whether you did enough or whether your choices were perfect. By keeping your financial life private, you allow yourself to focus on the freedom it brings rather than the judgments it might invite. This discretion doesn't mean you should handle everything alone. Trusted advisors, such as financial planners or attorneys, can help ensure that your resources are managed wisely and align with your long-term goals. Similarly, sharing specific details with a spouse or a designated family member for estate planning purposes is both practical and essential. But beyond these carefully chosen confidants, your financial life should remain yours to steward. Your financial stability is more than numbers. It's a tool that allows you to live fully and intentionally. Whether it's traveling to places you've always dreamed of, supporting causes you believe in, or simply enjoying quiet moments without financial worry, the choices you make with your resources are deeply personal. They reflect your values, your priorities, and your dreams. And in this season of life, your choices deserve to be free from scrutiny or interference. Guarding your financial details is, at its core, an act of self respect. It's a way of preserving the independence and dignity that your years of hard work have earned you. It's a recognition that you have nothing to prove and no need to explain. Your nest egg is a legacy, not just for what it provides to others, but for what it represents: a life lived with purpose, care, and foresight. By keeping your financial details private, you create a space of peace, security, and freedom. You ensure that what you've built continues to serve its highest purpose, supporting you as you live each day with intention, gratitude, and the quiet confidence of a life well lived. 2. Your personal goals. Stay true to your path. As the years accumulate, life offers you something precious: clarity. The noise of the world fades, the demands of others lessen. And for the first time in perhaps decades, the goals that truly matter to you, deeply personal, quietly persistent, can take center stage. These goals are not about proving something to others or chasing external milestones. They are about you, your essence, and the unspoken dreams that have waited patiently, waiting for this very moment when you can give them the attention they deserve. Your personal goals are sacred. They are not dictated by age, circumstance, or others' opinions, but by the whispers of your soul. Perhaps you long to write the story of your life, not to impress, but to leave a legacy of wisdom. Maybe you've always wanted to visit a place that holds deep meaning or learn a skill you never had time for before. These aspirations, whether grand or simple, are the quiet reflections of a life that still seeks fulfillment, joy, and purpose. But sharing these goals too openly or too early can expose them to the scrutiny of others, and often to opinions that dilute their meaning. People may question your dreams, asking, "Why now?" Or, "Isn't it too late?" These doubts, even when expressed kindly, can sow seeds of hesitation, making you second guess what your heart knows is right. Others may project their own fears onto you, unintentionally casting a shadow over what should be a light filled journey. Keeping your personal goals private is not about secrecy, it's about honoring their importance. These dreams are fragile in their infancy, and they need your protection to grow strong. By holding them close, you create space to nurture them in your own way and at your own pace. There is a quiet power in pursuing something meaningful without the weight of outside expectations or judgments. It allows you to stay focused on the joy of the journey, not the validation of the destination. At this stage of life, your goals carry a unique depth. They're no longer driven by ambition or competition, but by a profound desire to connect with what truly matters. They reflect a wisdom that younger years couldn't provide, a perspective that understands the fleeting nature of time and the enduring importance of doing what brings you peace and fulfillment. These goals are not bound by anyone else's definitions of success. They are deeply personal, shaped by your experiences, your values, and the life you've lived. Sometimes, the most meaningful goals are the quietest. They don't need to be grand or visible to the outside world. They might be as simple as reconnecting with an old friend, cultivating a garden, or dedicating yourself to a cause close to your heart. Their worth isn't measured by applause, but by the satisfaction they bring to your soul. Keeping these aspirations private allows them to remain yours, untouched by the noise of others' opinions. When you eventually achieve these goals, or even as you progress toward them, you can choose how and when to share them, if at all. The beauty of this journey is that it is yours alone. Even if no one else ever knows the steps you took or the obstacles you overcame, the fulfillment you feel is all that matters. These goals are not about impressing others, but about honoring yourself. Staying true to your path means embracing this freedom, this opportunity to live for yourself in a way that perhaps wasn't always possible before. It's a recognition that your time, energy, and dreams are precious, deserving of respect and care. By keeping your goals private, you ensure they remain a source of joy and empowerment rather than a subject for debate or doubt. In the end, pursuing your personal goals is a declaration of hope, a reminder that life's purpose doesn't end with age, it evolves. Each goal you set and every step you take toward it is an affirmation of the vibrant spirit within you. By staying true to your path, you live authentically, guided not by what others expect, but by the quiet, unwavering voice of your own heart. This, more than anything else, is the greatest achievement of all. 3. Your struggles and failures. Heal in your own time. Life, in all its complexity, is a tapestry woven with moments of joy and triumph alongside times of struggle and failure. By the time we reach our later years, we carry with us stories that reveal the depth of our resilience and the strength it took to overcome challenges. These struggles are not just reminders of what we endured, they are also the foundation of the wisdom we now possess. Yet, not all stories need to be shared. Some wounds heal best in the quiet, sacred space of our own hearts. It's natural to want to share your struggles. It can feel like unburdening yourself or finding connection. But there's a delicate balance to consider. Opening up to the wrong person or in the wrong moment can leave you feeling exposed, misunderstood, or even judged. While some people may genuinely listen and empathize, others might unintentionally diminish your experiences, offering advice where it's not needed or trying to solve problems you've long since made peace with. By keeping your struggles private, you preserve the dignity of your journey. Struggles are not a weakness to display, but a testament to your strength, quietly carried. You don't need to relive the pain for others to understand your value. The lessons you've learned and the person you've become speak far louder than any recounting of hardships. It is enough to know in your heart how far you've come and to use that understanding to continue growing. Privacy also creates space for true healing. When we face struggles, especially those deeply personal or ongoing, we often need time to process and reflect without the noise of outside opinions. Sharing too soon or too widely can interrupt this process, replacing introspection with external validation or concern. Sometimes, it's in the solitude of our own thoughts that we find the clarity and strength to move forward. This doesn't mean you must bear every burden alone. A trusted confidant, a wise counselor, or a loved one can provide the support and understanding we all need at times. What matters is choosing carefully whom to share your struggles with and how much to reveal. Selective sharing, done with intention, can bring comfort without the risk of overexposure. There's also an inherent beauty in carrying your struggles with quiet grace. Those around you may never know the full extent of what you faced, but they will feel the strength and serenity you radiate. You don't need to announce the mountains you've climbed. Your resilience shines through in the way you carry yourself, in the compassion you extend to others, and in the wisdom you share when the time is right. By keeping your struggles private, you allow yourself the freedom to grow from them without the weight of others' perceptions. Your story is your own, and how you tell it, or whether you tell it at all, is entirely up to you. The most important thing is not who knows what you've been through, but how you use those experiences to live fully, love deeply, and find peace in the life you've built. Healing in your own time, in your own way, is not a sign of avoidance, but of strength. It is a way of honoring the person you are becoming, while respecting the journey that brought you here. In the quiet, you can reflect, learn, and find gratitude for the lessons hidden in the hardships. And when you emerge, as you always have, you'll do so with a renewed sense of purpose and an even greater capacity for joy. 4. Your family's problems. Protect their privacy. Family is the sacred thread that weaves through our lives, binding us with love, shared history, and the unspoken understanding of belonging. As you reach the later years of life, you've likely witnessed the full spectrum of what family means, the joy of shared milestones, the quiet intimacy of traditions, and yes, the challenges and struggles that every family inevitably faces. These struggles, though deeply personal and often painful, are not meant for the outside world. They are sacred stories to be carried with care, shielded from unnecessary exposure, and handled with quiet dignity. Every family has its challenges, conflicts, misunderstandings, or difficulties that test the strength of those bonds. When these struggles arise, it's natural to want to share them, perhaps to seek advice or to lighten the emotional burden they place on your heart. But sharing these struggles with others, even in the name of concern or love, can lead to unintended consequences. Outside voices, no matter how well meaning, can add layers of misunderstanding, judgment, or even gossip, creating complications where simplicity and discretion are needed most. Protecting your family's privacy is not about turning a blind eye to challenges or bearing the weight of them alone. It's about respect for the individuals involved and for the integrity of the relationships you hold dear. When you choose to keep your family's problems private, you honor their right to navigate their struggles without external interference. You create a safe, sacred space where vulnerability can exist without fear of judgment or exposure. Family problems are deeply personal, and each member has their own way of processing and overcoming them. Sharing these struggles with those outside the family circle can unintentionally rob them of the autonomy they need to heal or resolve their issues. It can also strain relationships, creating feelings of betrayal or mistrust. By keeping these matters within the family, you preserve the sanctity of those bonds, allowing love and understanding to be the guiding forces through difficult times. Privacy also offers clarity. The more voices involved in a family's challenges, the harder it can be to find resolution. When problems are kept within the family, there's room for honest dialogue, free from the noise of external opinions. This fosters deeper connections and helps everyone involved feel seen and heard rather than judged or misunderstood. At the same time, it's important to acknowledge that you are human too. Carrying the emotional weight of family struggles can be exhausting, and there may be moments when you need to unburden yourself. In those times, choose your confidants wisely. A trusted friend, counselor, or spiritual advisor can offer support and guidance without breaching the privacy your family deserves. This balance allows you to care for your own emotional well being while continuing to honor the trust of your loved ones. Keeping family struggles private is also a legacy of love you pass on to the next generation. When you handle challenges with discretion, you teach your children and grandchildren the importance of loyalty, respect, and unity. They learn from your example that family is a place where difficulties are met with compassion and strength, not broadcast to the world for critique. This quiet guardianship fosters a culture of trust, ensuring that your family remains a safe haven for years to come. Ultimately, protecting your family's problems is an act of love, not just for them, but for yourself. It's a choice to prioritize peace over unnecessary conflict, to focus on solutions rather than scrutiny, and to preserve the relationships that mean the most to you. By safeguarding their privacy, you remind your family and yourself that the bonds you share are stronger than any challenge. In the end, life will always bring its share of storms, but the way you navigate them defines the strength and resilience of your family. By choosing to protect their struggles, you offer your loved ones the greatest gift: the freedom to grow, heal, and thrive in a space of unconditional love and unwavering support. 5. Your past mistakes. Focus on the present. As you look back over the years, the journey of your life unfolds, a mosaic of victories and failures, joys and regrets. Among those moments lie your mistakes, the times you faltered, the decisions you might wish to undo. These mistakes, though painful, are inseparable from the person you've become. They are etched into your story, not as marks of shame, but as chapters of growth. And yet, not all chapters need to be shared, nor do they need to define the narrative of who you are today. Mistakes have a way of lingering in the corners of our minds, whispering what ifs. At times, they can feel like a shadow, but with age comes the clarity to see them for what they truly are: lessons. Mistakes are not failures in the grand scheme of life. They are teachers, sometimes harsh, but always instructive. What matters now is not the mistake itself, but what you've learned from it. Sharing these moments too freely with others, however, risks reducing those hard earned lessons into stories open to interpretation, judgment, or pity. When you share past mistakes, even with the best of intentions, you may find that others focus more on the error than the growth that followed. They might offer sympathy where none is needed, or, worse, fail to see the strength it took to overcome those moments. Your mistakes are deeply personal. They are not meant to be dissected or used as a tool to explain yourself. The wisdom you've gained is evident in the life you lead now. It doesn't need to be accompanied by a list of the wrong turns that brought you here. Keeping your mistakes private is not about denial or secrecy, it's about self respect and preservation. Those moments belong to you alone. They are scars that have healed, not wounds to reopen. By holding them close, you protect the integrity of your journey and the dignity of your growth. There's no need to revisit pain unnecessarily, especially when that pain has already served its purpose in shaping you. It's also important to recognize that mistakes are universal. No one reaches their later years without missteps, and no one lives without regret. Yet, it's how we choose to carry those regrets that defines our peace. When you focus on the present, you release the weight of the past. You remind yourself that while mistakes may have influenced your path, they do not dictate your destination. The life you live today is a testament to resilience, not the sum of your errors. By letting go of the yatra, of the urge to explain or justify your past, you free yourself to fully embrace the present. Mistakes, while they once held power, no longer have the right to steer your life. You have learned, adapted, and grown. That growth is what deserves your attention, not the moments that caused it. This is your time to honor the person you've become, to forgive yourself for missteps, and to recognize that mistakes are not a reflection of your worth, but a natural part of being human. It is through those missteps that you found the strength, the humility, and the compassion that define you today. When you choose to focus on the present, you create space for joy, gratitude, and fulfillment. Each day becomes an opportunity to live not in the shadow of what once was, but in the light of what is. Your past mistakes remain part of your story, but they no longer dictate its meaning. The story now is about who you are, a person of depth, grace, and quiet strength. The decision to keep your mistakes private is an act of wisdom. It's a choice to protect your peace and preserve the sacredness of your journey. Your past belongs to you alone, a private map of how you arrived at this moment. And here, in the present, is where life continues to unfold, offering you the beauty of living without the weight of yesterday. Conclusion: the quiet power of protecting what matters most. Life, in its fullness, is a mosaic of moments, some bright with triumph, others shadowed by challenge, and many etched with quiet, unspoken lessons. As you journey into this chapter of life, there is a profound beauty in the realization that happiness doesn't come from what the world sees or knows about you. It arises from the sanctuary you create within yourself, where peace, purpose, and gratitude reside. Keeping certain parts of your life private is not an act of withdrawal, but an act of wisdom. It is a way of honoring your experiences, protecting the treasures of your journey, and maintaining the autonomy that has been hard earned through years of growth. By guarding your financial details, preserving the sanctity of your personal goals, shielding your family's struggles and carrying your past mistakes with quiet dignity. You cultivate a life rooted in strength and simplicity. This stage of life is not about proving yourself to others. It's about embracing who you are with all the grace and confidence that come from living fully. The world may not need to know the depths of your story, but you do. That knowledge, held close, is what empowers you to live authentically, to give generously, and to find joy in the present moment. As the years pass, let your legacy be one of integrity, love, and wisdom. Protecting what matters most doesn't diminish your connection to others, it strengthens it. When you honor your boundaries, you teach those around you the value of respect and trust. When you choose privacy, you open space for deeper, more meaningful relationships, rooted not in shared details, but in shared understanding. The journey ahead is yours to shape, just as the journey behind you is yours to cherish. Let go of what no longer serves you. Hold close what truly matters, and move forward with a heart unburdened and a spirit at peace. Life's greatest gift is not found in what we share with the world, but in what we hold sacred within ourselves. And so, as you walk this path, may you find the quiet strength to protect what matters, the clarity to focus on the present, and the courage to live each day as an affirmation of the life you've built. This, above all, is the essence of a happy, fulfilling life, one lived not for others' approval, but in harmony with the quiet truth of your own soul. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with 1. If not, feel free to comment with 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.